The story of my artwork began, I actually have no idea when it began. It was probably about 6th, 7th grade, something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you a bit of it. This one right here, I did using only a CD. All the lines, everything was created by just using the edge of a CD and everything to create every single line that you will see. Right up here, I did the exact same thing with tape, using the little circles on the inside and the circles on the outside. It's all done with tape. I got this bad little boy. Just remember, this is all completely random. I can't draw anything specifically unless it's certain things that I've drawn before. But if you ask me like, oh hey Andrew, can you draw me a horse or anything like that? No, I can't really just up and draw you something like that. I just randomly draw things out of my mind. And this one was also really cool like that. This one was also done using just the edge of a CD. And this is my attempt at drawing a little bit of a dragon head. Got a little bit of stipple on this rose right here. You can't really see because it's tiny. Got some of my random stuff. Got a cool cross going on over here. I got a skull with a cross and it's on fire with some wings. I try to do a little bit of Celtic work, but obviously I'm not very good at it. I like doing the flowers that are kind of crazy style like that, mixing it up a little bit. Got a old school dragon over here that I did with a little bit of bright coloring. I got Kathy's name and a heart with some cool balloons floating it up. It says my love above. Over here I did a lot of my own little bows and stuff for the holidays, and I wanted to hang them up because I put a lot of work into them. Shut up. Here's another one that was done using a CD. That's why all the lines are curved in some fashion or anything like that. Here's another one of my bows. Here's some more of my cool, crazy, randomness stuff. I got another one right down here. I think they look really cool. This reminds me of some kind of like space diagram. I have no idea what you would call it, but it's kind of cool like that. Kind of a lot of antenna style. Got a random, probably pentagram, I guess is what you would consider that, but I just like drawing them because I like to try to go over the lines to learn as I went. Got a little dude down here that I pretty much figured would be some type of little transformer looking person because that's what it turned into. Down here I got me an awesome little mushroom that I drew with a crazy moon that I saw one time with like kind of a skull in it with some clouds. A few more little things down here. This one looks kind of like some cross-hatched glass with an A in it. I got a really cool heart down in here, but it's in the shadows where you can't really see it. I got an awesome right here. I was working on that back in the day. And this one, these two right here are really awesome because when you take a picture of them, for some reason the yellow lines go bright, like fluorescent white. Even with the flash off, it doesn't matter. So everybody that's sitting there going, oh, well, yeah, of course it goes that color when you have a flash on, idiot. It's not the flash, alright? It's just something to do with the marker. It's just a really cool marker. And as we go over here, I got this cool blue kind of a water style dragon I drew. All my dragons were pretty much the same. Honestly, I kind of stole the style from my brother when I seen him back in the day. And I drew this one back in the day because it was the first time, I actually still had this one from high school. This was the first time I tried drawing using folding the paper in half method to make sure the wings and stuff were the same, but it looks pretty cool either way. This one down here is one of my personal favorites because it's the first time I ever messed around with chalk. And it was so awesome how the waves turned out, how the sun was shining out, how the dolphin just had this really cool detail on it. My teacher even told me, like, you should go get a picture of a dolphin and try to get a little bit of how to draw it in your head and put it down. And I just hurried up and sketched something really quick and threw it on there, and he was kind of amazed about all that. And then over here, I got Kathy written, and it's got a whole bunch of hearts hidden in it that you can see very clearly. Some of them are secretive. But as you go on, there's more than you can actually see, but it's really cool style. But you go down here, and I got some really cool scratch board that used to look really, really good until my daughter started scratching on it as well. But they still don't look too bad, but she kind of scratched a lot of it away. I got my daughter's name right here, and since she's a Taurus, I kind of put a little bit of a Taurus sign inside the heart as best I could. It was the first time I ever tried drawing it, so shut up. And then down here, I was drawing this for one of my stories I was writing. I'm actually trying to write a book, but that halted some years ago, and this one just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, because I can't just draw things as I said. But it turned out pretty cool, so I kept it. And over here, a little bit of my daughter's artwork. And right here is a little bit more of her artwork. You can't really tell what much of it is right now because she painted all over half of it and drew all over the rest of it. And she drew me a little dad thing with some tape over here, but the TV's blocking it. And the craziest thing that she did, she actually randomly one day picked up some markers and she drew Georgie from It. She had never seen the movie, anything. I'm pretty sure she just came across it from seeing like pictures on YouTube or something of a kid in a raincoat. And she picked up a marker, drew a little kid in an orange raincoat, looked exactly like Georgie. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I have no idea how my 4-year-old suddenly picked up markers and suddenly drew this kid, because she's starting to get really, really good, but she is pretty simple right now, usually drawing just a circle for the face, some sticks for arms, basic stuff like that. But this was a perfect outline of a kid with a raincoat. She colored it in yellow, little kid had a face, everything was just perfectly, you could just take one look right at it. And there was perfectly Georgie from It right there on there. Probably from the new one, I'm imagining, is probably where she saw it from, but not here.